No way.
Hey, this is completely off topic, but what's that you're eating, Jamie?
It's basically a salad in a glass. It's everything you need.
I'm not sure about that, but, you know, the food here on the space station is a lot better than it used to be on Apollo or even during the shuttle era. But it's still not as good as, like, a corned beef on rye, thick corned beef on rye with some mustard on and a big crunchy dill pickle.
Oh, you mean like one of these?
Bro,
Now that's just mean.
Well, I don't think we can get one of these sandwiches up into orbit, but maybe we can do the next best thing. What do you miss the most about food from Earth?
The food up here is good, but, you know, you miss the smell of food cooking because we just reheat everything in packages, and then miss food with texture. You know, a lot of our food's like baby food, so you miss something that's really crunchy, something you sink your teeth into, something you gotta tear a little bit to chew on, food that has some attitude to it.
We might be able to help you out.
Yeah, we'll get back to you after we do a
Interesting.
little research.
Thanks, guys.
They're actually supposed to have a lot of food on the station. They get resupplied every couple of months or so with food and water and the like. I think they have different meals to choose from every night.
I'll bet, though, that they go through the good stuff first, and then they're saddled with stuff they don't love. What if we were able to mash up a bunch of the ingredients they've already got on the space station to give them more, like, gourmet-style options?
You're not suggesting that we teach an astronaut how to cook, are you? I mean, I've seen you make an omelet.
My omelets are darn good. No, actually, what I'm thinking of is bringing in an expert. David Chang is an amazing and incredible chef. What if we sent David Chang to the NASA Food Kitchen in Houston to get him to concoct a special meal for the ISS astronauts?
That works.
In fact, due to the magic of time compression available to us with video editing, Will is right now with David Chang at NASA's Food Kitchen in Houston. Will?
Thanks, guys. We're here at Johnson Space Center in Houston, Texas. I'm here with Dave Chang, Momofuku, and we're getting ready to make some shrimp and grits to go to the space station.
That's correct.
You've tasted a bunch of the food that's available up there right now.
Try a little pasta.
That looks dry as fuck.
Yeah, I mean, that's much better than, like, mushy, right?
Two of the most popular items, other than the tortilla, happen to be a shrimp cocktail. Just try not to eat it unrehydrated.
Yeah, it's not good.
No. Terrible.
But when it's rehydrated, it comes out and looks like this. It's a you know, the shrimp are full size in here, and they're floating the shrimp cocktail. It's spicy, and the astronauts seem to like it because of that.
And corn, even if it's not freeze dried, is
Wait, so hold on.
As a dry thing like polenta.
So it's dried up and then they rehydrate it? Hold on, let me go back to that part because I need to
Eat it unrehydrated.
Yeah, it's not good.
Okay, unrehydrated.
No. Terrible.
But when it's rehydrated, it comes out and looks like this. It's a you know, the shrimp are full size in here, and they're floating the shrimp cocktail. It's spicy, and the astronauts seem to like it because of that.
And
Mind blown.
Corn, even if it's not freeze dried, is delicious as a dry thing like polenta or grits. So we tried the freeze dried grits, which this version you can rehydrate, and I guess the astronauts asked for a cheesier version, which you're gonna have to have a stabilized.
Okay, so this is in the therm-stabilized pouch instead of the freeze-dried. The freeze-dried grits are great. They taste like a corn-flavored rice, like a rice crisp.
Right. But one of the reasons why I can't use this is because I need if I'm in space, I need the astronauts to mix in something, and they can use this as the mixing bowl.
Oh, so they need the pouch.
Right.
Great. So these are the cheesy grits. They look like cheesy grits. Have you tasted these yet, Dave?
I have not. I'm about to go where not that many people have gone before.
Living on the edge. Cheesy grits?
Cheesy grits.
Okay.
Not bad.
So then what else are you going to put in your cheesy grits?
Well, first I want to put in some shrimp and fold it in.
Okay.
See, this is a mess. hot mess.
The sauce and the shrimp all living in there as well.
Yeah.
One of the things that we notice when you're tasting food is that there's not a lot of just single item food. The beef patty is one, but most of the stuff comes in with a sauce or with milk or something else built in. So can I help you with this?
Yeah. Just why don't you put most of the shrimp in there? I sort of want to eat one. We both ate one.
We both ate a dry one,
and it was not a pleasant experience.
It's something I'd probably not like to repeat. Okay, you want to mix it up a little bit? Kind of give it a
Yeah.
stir. Got a shrimp on this fork there. So in space they have the pouches, they have forks, spoons, and knives, they have a pair of scissors, but they don't have plates and bowls and stuff like that as a general rule. So a lot of times they just eat right out of the pouch.
I'm gonna add some Tabasco.
Okay, so this is the NASA-approved ketchup packet size of Tabasco. Get it all in there. It's smaller even than those tiny bottles that you get on the airplane. So we're going to plate it here, obviously, just so you guys can see it. But in space, when Commander Hatfield's eating this, we're hoping he's going to just eat it straight out of the pouch.
Right. Because it looks not so nice right now.
I'm going to get a little texture, a little color
Not
on
just
there.
texture. I'm gonna hide the fact that it doesn't look so nice.
So what are those guys that you're adding now?
These are actually freeze-dried asparagus that we rehydrated, and
Okay.
they're delicious. It's very sweet and have the asparagus flavor.
Well, they taste like the texture's a little different. They taste like maybe a little bit overcooked normal asparagus. It's pretty neat. And you got to bite with everything.
It's very good.
It is definitely better than individual components. So
Yes.
the shrimp has a real kind of unique texture to it, which I think has nothing to do with your preparation, but more with the freeze-dried nature of it. But it's good. This is a tasty. This is a delectable treat for Commander Hatfield. On this.
It's not bad.
We'll make this recipe, send it up to them, see what Commander Hatfield thinks.
I think hopefully he likes it. I honestly am surprised.
Turned out pretty good. Thank you so much, Dave.
Thank
and
you.
And we'll do the recipe, send it up to Commander Hatfield, and see what he thinks.
Chris, how did David's meal work out? Was it like a culinary masterpiece in space?
Well, I really like the recipe, but unfortunately, it's virtually impossible to make here in space. Because, for example, we have asparagus and our nuts and grits, and they're all in individual packages. And when you open them up, here's an asparagus. If I open this or the grits, and then I carefully cut it open,
It'll
it's
go
really
everywhere.
difficult to combine them together. So in space, normally, we just eat the asparagus,
Yo,
then
and
we
how
eat the
about
grits.
we'd even think of that? How that whole dish, which is fucking scatter in space, he wouldn't be able to eat
And
it.
then we eat the nuts and keep things simple. Otherwise, they're just everywhere.
There's two kinds of grits on the space station.
Yeah, and they were out of the one that comes in a bigger package, which would have allowed them to mix in it.
That's too bad.
Also, normally, we just carefully open this up and cut it with a knife or scissors around the edge, and then grab your trusty spoon and just very carefully eat it one piece at a time, like that. You can't grab stuff and mix it, because everything's just going to float all over the place.
So I guess it's just a one dish at a time sort of thing, huh?
The good part is, like a lot of meals on space station, it tasted fine. It's just you had to eat things individually. But the taste is good. You sort of use your mouth as a bowl and just mix stuff up and eat it. It's not the same, but it's all right. Hey, tell you what, so you can see, what we're facing here in weightlessness. We'll take our asparagus and we'll take it and go rehydrate it, and then you can see what it's like to eat asparagus in space. So, this is where I'm going to rehydrate the asparagus, right here on the ceiling. There it is, with water in it. asparagus, ready to eat. When you cut it open, we keep floating scissors on a tether. I very carefully cut it around the outside, and then be ready to eat it with my spoon.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Don't want to load your spoon up too much or the food will fly everywhere. So imagine trying to mix other food in with this when the package is already this full. It really just, it's not possible. And you can't really hold 2 of these or 3 of these at once. So you kind of just need to eat one and then eat another. Pac-Man. Uh-oh. Asparagus explosion.
like a fucking game. Like a game. Hey. Rogue asparagus.
Save the day. One last piece of asparagus, we'll eat it upside down. Just because we can.
That is fascinating. The complications with eating in microgravity were not what I expected, but I think now we have a really good picture of them.
So what's that mean for a trip to Mars? They'll be underway for like 6 months.
These take up a lot of room in packaging, so I'm not sure that all your food can be prepared this way. I think you're going to have to figure out a different system. Have good refrigeration, have bulk foods, maybe prepare your foods in some sort of centrifuge to get a little bit of gravity. Or I think you're going to have to grow food en route. I think you need a regular cycle of things. You can't just package everything. If it takes 6 months to get to Mars, that's a lot of...
That's so interesting to me, and the fact that this guy is risking his health for science, because here on Earth, like, the blood flow in our body, it goes like with the gravity and shit. So once you go to space, I don't know if it's healthier for you. It might be. Who knows?
asparagus packets. See you next week.
But anyways, I'm
Bye,
high.
Chris.
Bye.